Welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Cynthia Graham, filling in for Junior Garcia. Here are some of the stories we have for you tonight. Judge increases bail for murder suspect. WAPA hosts memorial ceremony. And police shooting victim arrested. These stories and more up next on News Channel 8.
TV8 News is brought to you by Total Excellium. More protection, more miles. Total, you know where to turn.
In tonight's top story, a St. Croix judge on Monday increased the bail to $1.5 million for 22-year-old Angel Ilaraza, who is accused of shooting to death Wellington Pennyfeather Jr. in February on St. Croix. The prosecution asked for the higher bail. It had been set at $1 million in the warrant on which Ilaraza was arrested, and VI Superior Court Judge Harold Willocks granted the request, noting Ilaraza's criminal history. Ilaraza was arrested in Florida on a warrant charging him with first-degree murder and other crimes in connection with the February 1st murder of Wellington Pennyfeather Jr. He was returned to the territory last Friday afternoon. And new tonight, WAPA hosted a special memorial service today for one of its former employees, Raymond A. Christian, who was electrocuted in 2007 while working on an electrical line.
Raymond Alexander Christian was known by many names. He was known to many as Big Ray, to others as Husky, to a few as Mongo, and to most of us as WAPA at WAPA High Tower. One can only assume all his nicknames had something to do with his size and strength. Raymond was born November 14th, 1986, to the proud parents of Ramona Menders and Robert Christian. He has 5 brothers, 1 sister, and a loving family and a tonload of friends. On June 4, 2007, while doing what he loves, Raymond was fatally electrocuted while on the line at this very location. Today is a bittersweet day for each of us as we gather to remember and dedicate this monument in Raymond's honor. We can't help but to reminisce on the 8 months that Raymond has spent with us. He was exceptionally reliable, trustworthy, supportive, committed, and disciplined. Raymond built a positive working relationship with his co-workers and supervisors and demonstrated a high level of initiative and excitement about being a lineman.
The line department, those are the ones that keep up with me, and I want to extend my love to the line department. I love you guys. Continue to protect yourself. As long as you get up out of your bed in the morning and you put on a uniform, make sure you have the proper wear. Don't go there and do it without the proper wear. Safety comes first. I love the lineman. I will always love the lineman. St. Thomas, St. John, St. Croix. I love the lineman. And for whatever it is, I will love you from the bottom of my heart. I'm going to see you every day, and I'm going to remember to tell you, hey, be safe, as usual. All of them is my son now. I don't have Raymond, but everybody in the line department could tell you, that's my mommy, especially Reggie. Reggie tells everybody I'm his mom.
No matter how long it's been since 2000 for me. Where's Louis? Louis was in a bucket with Mr. Christian, and come Louis. I think about a month or 2 after I took this job, well, I was going through the interview process for this job when this happened, so I learned about it while the process was going on, and so when I came, I looked for Louis, and we said I'm going to talk about this for some hours at the second office that we have, and tears were shed, and we spent a long time talking all night.
I mean, he was just a go-getter. Me and him we just had a bond, you know, we connect. I mean, when it come to work, we go out there, we handle our business. We're in the truck together, we joke around. Just rough, you know. Just a good person, and I had to ask myself why him, you know, why so much questions, and really I don't have the answer. All you could do is put your trust in God, and He know what He's doing. You know, He know what He's doing.
In other news, a man wounded by police gunfire last week as police conducted a search of a housing community on St. Thomas has been arrested. Melody Rains has more.
Police on St. Thomas commented on a May 30th incident in which a man was injured by gunfire in the Michael J. Kerwin Terrace housing community. The victim in that case, 23-year-old Azamba Galloway, was treated at the Schneider Regional Medical Center and arrested on June 2nd at about 12:30 p.m. Responding to complaints from the community of persons loitering, using and selling drugs in several known drug areas, including Estate Anna's Retreat, Ras Valley Hospital Ground, and Estate Nada, members of the Special Operations Bureau conducted community policing operations. Once in the given area, police would approach the loiterers and request that they vacate the area. Officers would remove old chairs and tables and other items used by the loiterers. Officers arrived in Kerwin Terrace at about 5:30 p.m. and approached a group of men loitering. Several males began to run and were pursued by officers. One officer was pursuing two individuals when he saw one suspect pull a firearm from his waist and point it toward the officer. The officer discharged shots, striking the suspect in his right hand and foot. The second suspect also had a firearm which he tossed away from him. Police confiscated both firearms and detained both suspects. The firearms were sent to the VIPD firearms unit. They will undergo ballistic and DNA testing. Police said one firearm has an obliterated serial number. Galloway was charged with first-degree assault, unauthorized possession of a firearm, and reckless endangerment. His bail was set at $100,000 pending further court action. Pursuant to the police department policy, the officer involved in the shooting is presently on administrative leave with pay pending further investigation. Both the Criminal Investigation Bureau and the Virgin Islands Police Department Internal Affairs Bureau are investigating this case.
Stay tuned for more news after this.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
In tonight's Caribbean Report, the future of the Caribbean's conch fisheries remains under threat despite regional efforts to protect it. This is according to regional fisheries officials at an industry forum recently held in Dominica. However, Harold Gustay, a Dominica fisheries official, is calling foul. He expressed his displeasure with the United States' continued efforts to declare queen conch an endangered species, saying the decision is based on outdated scientific data. Regional fisheries officials fear that if queen conch is declared an endangered species, it could curtail exports of the largest mollusk fished commercially across the Caribbean. Bahamas, Belize, Jamaica, and Antigua and Barbuda are the region's main conch producers, while Martinique and Guadeloupe are the main importers. In Virgin Gorda, residents there have long been requesting larger, more advanced health services on the island. But the island's Premier and Minister of Finance, Honorable D. Orlando Smith, recently said at a press conference that the much-anticipated expansion of the Iris O'Neill Clinic is moving ahead, but that it will not be a hospital, just a larger clinic. And finally, from Haiti, the government is taking action to ensure its citizens have access to some basic life skills, the ability to read and write. This year, the government has launched an aggressive literacy campaign targeting nearly 500,000 Haitians, following a program which has already helped over 282,000 since President Michael Martelly took office in 2011. Haiti's Secretary of State for Literacy, Oswald Themolian, said since Martelly came to power 3 years ago, 149,300 people were taught to read and write through April of 2013. Since then, an additional 133,000 Haitian adults have become literate. This time around, the program's goal is to reach 450,000 people over the next 2 years. What a great story of hope. This Saturday, June 7th, the Fixers Committee on St. Croix will host an inter-island food drive that will benefit the homeless on St. Croix and St. Thomas.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Eliza Ramprasad.
And I'm Kareem Hendrickson.
And we're the representative of the Fixers Committee on St. Croix. The Fixers Committee is a group of young individuals that are trying to create a positive movement in the Virgin Islands, in both islands, St. Thomas and St. Croix. So we're asking for volunteers in St. Thomas especially to at least allow help with this movement that we're trying to enforce with the local food drive. The local food drive is actually going to be this upcoming Saturday, starting at 12 p.m. on both islands. So on both islands, we're going to have a food drive for the homeless. So we're asking for the community to be a part of this food drive. We have other representatives on our committee as well that will be with us, such as Aja Barato, George Armstrong, and Troy Williams. And the reason for doing this event was last Saturday, myself and the other individuals mentioned went out to the community in St. Croix, Christiansted. And the experience there was very remarkable and, really touching. And it felt like we needed to do this event as soon as we can. So I'm actually going to let my colleague, my friend here, Kareem Hendrickson, explain his experience, because when I was telling my colleagues, like, let's go out to the different individuals, Kareem was like, we're going to the garbage? We're going to the streets? Kareem's face was like, what are we doing? But it was an overwhelming experience, and Kareem really enjoyed it. So even with Kareem's and different perspectives, I would really love for Kareem to share his experience and to help motivate other young, positive individuals who would love to come out and participate in an event.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kareem Hendrickson. I'm an active member of the Fixers. Last week, Saturday, it was early morning, probably like after 10 o'clock.
Yes.
The group decided just to take an impromptu walk down the town of Christiansted. We're walking by the Market Square area. And initially my reaction was, why are you guys doing this? Leave these people alone. These are people that, I pass on the street because I really don't want no problems. I don't know what they're going to do to me. I don't want, And the interactions that we had with these individuals was perception changing for me. It's so disparaging to hear that we pass these individuals straight because they're homeless or, they're less fortunate than us, and we pass them straight. And for me, buying a bottle of water or buying a cup, a deodorant, or just having time to talk about, having a dialogue with them, it was so perception changing for me. And I just want everybody that hear this message, please come on and help support us. It will really change the perception of these individuals, and also make a positive impact on them and also for our Virgin Islands.
That's exactly what we're trying to do, make a positive impact on both islands, and hopefully it can grow where we can actually go down the Caribbean where we have fixers, organizations, or we can make a national day of a food drive for our own local community. And this is what we're trying to do. This is just a start. And again, the drop-off points will start from 10:30 at both market squares, both at St. Thomas and St. Croix. It's going to start at 10:30. You can drop off the different individual items. My contact number is 340-332-9448, 340-332-9448. Matthew Thomas is the POC on the St. Thomas district. And however, you can give me a call at 340-332-9448 if you would like to actually donate ahead of time before the Saturday. We also have a Facebook page, Fixers VI, and our email is fixersvi@gmail.com. Again, Fixers VI, FIXXSVI, and the same for the email at gmail.com. Again, thank you, Virgin Islanders. I know that you guys are going to come out and support and help our own together in one accord. And this is what we're trying to do on both islands, same time, same mission, and I know we can do this. So again, thank you and have a great evening.
More news straight ahead.
This newscast has been sponsored by Mario's Virgin Crystal. Let us save you the hassle of lugging those jugs around. Purified bottled water conveniently delivered to your home or office. Also available in your favorite grocery store. Call 773-2810.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
And finally tonight, we bring you our last installment of the recent Disaster Preparedness Expo hosted by VITEMA.
Good afternoon. We're at the VITEMA Emergency Preparedness Expo. Today WAPA is here showing the public about preparing for the hurricane season. Also, we're trying just to reduce all the energy costs with the low propane gas project. Also, we have the solar project coming on in Spanish Town, Machu Chao. And we have other projects coming on online as well. WAPA is working for you.
This is Ms. Brown from WAPA, and we are here with the Expo, VITEMA Expo. We are promoting e-billing, where you get a paperless bill. You don't need clutter. So just get a paperless bill. We send it via email. You can also pay online. You don't have to come in a long line. You can make it shorter for you and easier. So you can pay online, set up right now. You could get everyone come in and set up online to pay. You can call 773-2250 and you could extension whether 4068, that's my extension, or 4064 or 4063.
Always a pleasure to be at the VITEMA Expo. SkyMed is here year-round, and you should think about being prepared year-round. Because if you don't have this plan, you might have to pay $20,000 for an air ambulance to Miami and about $7,000 to Puerto Rico. When you're a SkyMed member, you don't pay anything. We have a lot of members in the States. We've crisscrossed states from Mexico, countries from Mexico to Canada, US, to bring members home, even from Europe. So we're here 15 years, and it's a great company, and we cover you worldwide at no extra cost. You don't have to call us prior to your trip. We also pay regular airfare if a certain test or procedure cannot be done here. It could be outpatient service same day, just not here. SkyMed does not require you to be hospitalized overnight for us to pay for that round-trip airfare. Please contact us, 277-1523. We're in Gallows Bay above the Bank of St. Croix. Thank you.
Stay tuned. Your weather report is up next.
Your weather, coming up next. Your weather.
Here's a look at your local weather.
Tonight, isolated showers, partly cloudy with a low around 80. East wind around 17 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 20%. Thursday, isolated showers, mostly sunny with a high near 80. East wind 14 to 16 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 20%. Thursday night, scattered showers, mostly cloudy with a low around 80. East-northeast wind 17 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 40%. New precipitation amounts of less than 1/10 of an inch possible. Friday, scattered showers, mainly before noon. Partly sunny with a high near 80. East wind around 17 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 40%. New precipitation amounts of less than 1/10 of an inch possible. And that's our Channel 8 News weather.
And don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at WSVI-TV News. And be sure to subscribe to Channel 8 on YouTube at WSVI-TV News Channel 8. Watch us on your computer. Plus, use the free Dish Anywhere app to DVR or watch us anywhere in the world on your smartphone or tablet. This has been your local news. I'm Cynthia Graham. World News is up next. Good night.
TV8 News was brought to you by Total Excellium. More protection, more miles. Total. You know where to turn.